Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Sorry about that delayed entrance. I was called. I was back in mid start of the show, so I had to answer the call. Mr. Thomas Fight sitting there like, did he forget about me? No, I didn't.
No, it was
Just
actually really handy. Thank you, Gary.
so. All right, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to the show. This is the road trip. I am your conductor, and I'll take you along on this path. But Mr. Tom is here too, which means he has another plan sometimes for the way we go because everybody gets a say in where we go on this road trip. So we shall see what we shall see. How you doing, Mr. Tom?
I am. I'm not the worst. I'm okay. I just got some news that mildly irritated myself, so I'm
Mm.
trying to compose myself with that. Basically, cut long story short, Tony being Tony. So
Oh. uh, all right. We'll get into that too, I guess. Big Gunner's in the house. Welcome to the show, Big Gunner. Oh, you don't have ESPN Plus? Oh, that sucks. I thought, yeah, I thought if you have ESPN and you get the ESPN Plus, I don't know how that all works. Yeah, I can see the games on my phone right now. Russ has joined us as well. Russ, I don't know if Russ is out doing the walkies, dog walkies, or if he is just hanging in the house. Now, Russ, I heard you on the show. I've never kept you off this show. I've said you're allowed on. Yes, I'm a little disappointed that we have not had from the top bunk in a very long time. That has been, yeah, you don't even know about the top bunk, do you? Russ would do his show from the top bunk. It was great. It was splendid theater.
wait,
Yes.
sorry. Russ had a bunk bed that he would do the show on top of.
Yeah.
That's a. He's kept that hidden for a long time.
That this is probably pre Mr. Tom on the on DWTT for sure.
Oh, of course. You're telling me.
But we got some other people joining us. The Steven has joined us. Welcome to the show. Italy Jet is back.
Hello,
And
Italy
welcome to
Jet.
the good seeing
I
you,
love
man.
Italy Jet.
Yes. So I believe West Ham fan, right? Do I have that right?
He is
Yes.
West Ham and AC Milan, I
And then
believe.
yes, and the New York Jets is yes. So I don't. So he's
Yeah,
not really enjoying his football, basically.
they're still in the Premier League. Could
They're
be a lot
still in the
worse.
Premier League, but the way they finished the season probably wasn't good.
Wasn't ideal, but
Yes. And the Jets are the Jets. Just like you said, Tony is Tony. The Jets are the Jets. Yes. Beat's gonna say
have
hi
you
to everybody
sent
in the chat.
Alonso the link, by the way,
I
Mister
did, I did,
Gary?
I
No
did,
problem, no
I
problem. It
did.
saved me
But
because
you know what?
I
He's
may have
probably
offered it.
sleeping and stuff like that. So,
Oh no, he replied to me about 8 minutes ago.
all right, I
Um,
sent him the link before I saw you. So,
yeah, no problem, no problem. No, I'll send him the link for the wrestling watch along.
okay.
That's happening pretty much after the road trip.
So there you go, guys. If you're into the wrestling, hang out with Mr. Tommy. He's going to be busy for the rest of the day. So
Yeah.
yeah, here we are, Mr. Tom. This is pre-playoff final day. How you feeling?
I'm massively nervous. I'm excited, but very nervous because the future of our club essentially rests on one football match. And I know some people are going to say, "Oh, that's massive hyperbole," but I mean the future of our club, if we want to be a relatively successful Premier League outfit, even in it,
Yeah,
hinges on one football match. Because as we've established, the longer you're in the Championship, the harder it is to get out of the Championship.
yeah, yep, yep. You've said
Teams
that.
rarely lose a playoff final and then do well the next year. It's very rare.
Uh, is it a mental thing or is it? Yeah, is it a mental thing? Because
Bit of both.
mm,
I think it's the mental aspect of losing the game, but also the fact that most of your players that are the reason you are doing well. in that division will get picked off by the vultures from above.
Oh, very, very true. Very, very true. Or a team coming down that has a little bit of extra change will maybe pick up a player who wants to out, and maybe not out, but a better
Yeah.
odds. So better odds. So yeah. So a couple more people have joined us. Bar Gav's in the house. I'm watching it. It's City is taking their time. They have not. Here's the thing, Mr. Tom. City does this, right? We saw them in the last game of the season. 90 seconds in, boom, game done. Right? Today they've had a week. They've had a week that they had to play 3 games in 7, 8 days. They took their time. Now they've had a whole week. They're taking their time. We're like 7 minutes in. They've had possession, nothing, no goals. I don't even know who I want to win this, to tell you the truth.
I don't know who I want to win it, but I know I don't want Manchester United to win it.
I know I don't want a team from Manchester to win it. So, we're in, we've got problems because the chances that Manchester United win it and the chances that no team from Manchester
Hmm.
win it are slim,
Interesting.
I think. Or at
Oh,
least Manchester winning it is slim. And no Manchester team winning it is even slimmer. So, there you go. Everybody saying hello, hello, hello. Stress of playoff final must be insane. Yeah, I don't. That's crazy, right? That is. And how many times have you actually experienced it as a fan
what, the playoff final?
playing in a
Um,
final?
Leeds have been in the playoffs
No, no, no.
six
You. Let's talk
times.
about you
Oh, me
first.
personally,
Yes.
I've personally laid eyes on Leeds in two playoff finals. We lost 2006 3-0 against Watford in the Championship playoff final. What made that especially galling was the fact that we finished third and they finished fifth, I believe. We were so far in front of them during the season. But on the day, they turned up and we didn't. And
Yep.
again, 2 years later, because this is what I'm talking about. The year after we lost to Watford 3-0 in that playoff final, we got relegated
Oof.
into League One.
Ooh.
Then hit with a 15-point penalty. We won the first 5 games to put us on 0 points in League One.
Yeah.
These are genuine things that happened. We then made the playoffs, but again, points wise, we would have finished second, but with the 15 points, we ended up not finishing second. Obviously, got to the final at the new Wembley, lost 1-0 to Doncaster Rovers. Again, they turned up, we did not.
I. It's funny because I've heard Doncaster Rovers, but I never actually thought of them as a team that had played in the Premier League.
No, they
But
haven't. They got promoted to the Championship.
oh, this is the championship. Oh, sorry,
No, that was we got
sorry.
relegated, then made the League One
No, no,
playoff
you
final.
said you said that, and I
Yeah,
was like, wait a second.
they've
All
never
right,
been in the Premier League. They've
okay, now just
not even close.
okay. All right, there we go. All right, so I did hear you say you got relegated, but I was like, were you talking about the next time you played in a playoff final in the championship? That's what I thought you were talking about. But all right,
Nah,
yeah,
nah.
yeah, yeah,
Made one. I think we've made the playoff final for the championship about twice, including I think there was another one in 1987. I think it was like the first time they ever did it.
yeah.
But it was a bit like the German model where the team that finished third bottom played the team that finished third tops, something like that. Basically, we lost, and the team that was above, I think it was Charlton Athletic, ended up surviving. Basically, but it was
Mm,
different to what it is
mm,
now.
mm, mm.
Oh my god, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna need multiple pairs of pants.
Sounds like it. Well, depends. Works. I heard. Depends. And baby oil, but you would have to know why I said baby oil. So, but yeah,
Doesn't sound PG. I'll tell you that.
it's
Um,
actually what parents do to their babies. So
see.
it's not like PG like that. It's not nasty.
Also, it's why they call it baby oil, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Bargaff saying City should win it just means a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it means. Does it mean a lot to Manchester United?
Um, I suppose it does in the context of like saving face, and well, obviously also it's a Manchester derby. So, but obviously everyone knows he's probably getting sacked regardless of the
Yeah.
outcome.
Isn't that actually confirmed now? Like legitimately confirmed, or is it just rumor?
He's probably been told he'll get to see out the game.
Hmm.
But saying that though, a few years ago, Man United won the FA Cup. It was the one where they beat Crystal Palace. Everyone will remember it as the Alan Pardew danced when Crystal Palace went 1-0 up and then they lost,
Mm.
which in hindsight he probably regrets doing.
Mm.
But
Mm.
but anyway, Louis van Gaal won the FA Cup, got sacked
Yeah.
for I can't remember who they ended up bringing in to replace. It was probably Jose, but
Mm.
I could be wrong there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I respect Tom. He's seen it all, and us Arsenal fans are always crying.
that's why I laugh at you, a lot of you. To be honest, BX, I either laugh or I have my head in my hands
Yeah.
because I'm like, you motherfuckers, yous have not seen true adversity in football. Like,
Yeah.
like basically, when you were eighth in the Premier League and you were acting like the world was about to cave in the following day, I was like,
Yeah.
who the fuck do you all think you are?
Yeah.
Pardon my
Yeah.
language.
Yeah. But Mr. Tom, right?
Yeah, there's
You know.
levels to this and all
Yeah.
that. But there
Yeah.
was a level where I didn't even know if my team was going to exist over the course of the summer.
I hear
And we
that.
were lucky. We were lucky that we lost 25 points, 10 at the end of the previous season, 15 at the start of League One season, and the league weren't even going to let us play the games. That's how, pardon my language, fucked we were financially.
Yeah.
Um, and I see our friends, oh my god, we're eighth. I'll tell it's a war criminal and all this. It's like embarrassing.
I hear you. And
People
I
need to
mean,
take a look at
uh,
themselves in the mirror.
yeah. And
Sorry,
now, Mr.
sorry.
Tom, is this something you've even thought about?
I have considered it. It depends on. Sorry, I don't have a ticket. Getting ticket was impossible
Yeah.
because for a start, I'm not part of like the season ticket membership thing. So you'd have to get or know someone or that. And I know a lot of people, but I don't know anyone in the Leeds ticketing office that could help me out. Anyway, but more than that, if I'm up early enough, I may go down to Wembley to like get a merch or a program or something like that. But even then, it's all right. See you, Mr. Alonso. See ya. I'm just in mid speech, brother. Yeah, I've got the
Oh no,
flow
I
going.
wasn't ignoring him. I should have acknowledged him, but I was just like, hold on.
No,
Yeah.
but he's doing, guys, I'm here, guys. I'm like, it's all right, Alonso, it's all right. I will let you in, bro. I will let you in. Actually, why'd I say that? Gary will let you in because Gary's show. That's facetious of me. I apologise, Gary. I should treat your show with more respect. But in all fairness, I'm just like, it's more the fact that it will take me about an hour and a half to get there, an hour and a half to get back. So I don't want to go down there and then not get back to watch the actual match.
True. I get that. I get that. Yeah. That's
Anyway,
cool.
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe we've got a guest in the green room.
We do. And we will let him in. And for those who know him, I call him Lonzo. But welcome to the show. Alonzo is in the house. Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Hi Gary, hi Mr. Tom. How you guys doing today?
Oh my god, it's Alonso! I never saw you there.
Yeah. Anyways, hi Bogga, hey Steve, hey Russ, hey BX.
Hello, hello.
Thank you, Stephen, the Arsenal misfit. I didn't do
Okay.
the usual thing where I call him Ryan because he actually said something was nice and made sense. I was like, no, I'll acknowledge you with your real name.
Yeah, yeah.
How's been going this week?
Nervous, man,
Oh
nervous.
man. Okay.
Just
I can
Can't wait
only
till it's done.
I really hope you guys win tomorrow, Tom. I said this before, the league isn't the same without Leeds being in there. So, I just hope that you guys win tomorrow.
I actually think Southampton should do the sporting thing and just like come down with a case of like 13 bouts of food poisoning and
Yeah.
coincidence. Just
Yeah.
I'm not allowed near their kitchen of their
Yeah.
hotel. I've
Like,
tried.
is $1,000 or what is that? Probably about 1,300 pounds. A little bit too much, or is that probably that's probably about what 700, 800 pounds probably.
Well, based on the current exchange rate, it's probably about £999.
The connection.
Not
So
not
it's
great.
so
Not great.
anything after I guess after like 20 pounds is probably too much. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
I think the actual tickets, like the face value, is anything ranging from like £30 to 100, depending
Okay.
on like the. But obviously, the second-hand sites get their mitts into it, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
football's for the people." Well, not based on the ticketing system. It's not.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. 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 Oh, Spencer comes with the actual 784
Of course he
pounds.
does. Of course he does. What will we do without
Spencer carries
Mister
around his exchange
Mister
rate
Sensible
calculator.
Facts?
Yes. Hey, Russ, if you want to be in the green room, let me know. We will get you in. You're always welcome. Should I send you the link every time, just so that you don't have to wonder if you're allowed on the show or not, or how does that work, Mr. Tom? How do you work with Russ?
I personally, every week I just send him the links to the wrestling show.
All
I've
right.
already sent him the link to the wrestling show this evening.
Okay.
I'm going live in basically 2 hours and 10 minutes for the sake of like explaining the time difference and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically halfway through the pre-show, so we can settle in. But of course, I'd say, of course, Gary, you're welcome. There's no point in me sending you a link because
Yeah.
you have access.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
But yeah. That being said,
yeah. I just
everyone's
sent. I think
welcome.
I sent him the link. So Russ, if it made it, you can check it, and you're allowed. Like I said, not keeping you out, dog. You're allowed in. Everybody saying
I
hi to
love when Gary
Alonso.
gets ghetto. He's like, dog. Yeah, dog.
My man. Yes, yes. My room is technically the room. Oh, is that right, BX? Hit it. Champions League finals. What? What is that? Is that dollars? I assume that's dollars, right?
It's probably either.
2,500. Wow. Like if Arsenal went to played in a final, I would want to go, but I don't know if I could go. You know what I mean? Like what? Like
It's
that's
why UEFA love it when the match is at Wembley, because they can get away with charging the highest legal ticket price.
true. Wow. That
They
yeah.
gouge the English basically.
I've paid the most I've paid for a ticket in the most I paid for it. No, yeah, the most I paid for a ticket is about $600, and I paid about $500 when I went to see. And that I went to see a championship game, and it cost me about $600 in the States for a college. And then I went to see the North London Derby, and it cost me the same amount basically, just for a regular game, not even for like a final or anything. So yeah, you know, yeah, they get you, and you know what? I don't know how often I'll get to go, but if I went many times, that would get steep. That would get steep. What time is it officially kick off tomorrow, Mr. Tom?
It's 3 p.m. UK. I believe it is 10 a.m. in your Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
I only know that because Director John puts the Eastern Standard Time. John puts his own time on the fixtures for our show. So I'll always sit there and like, oh, that's great. It's nothing to do with the English time, but good old Director John.
Yeah. Pre-show's going on now. Oh, you must be talking about something else, BX Gunner. But in the
Oh
green
no,
room.
they're doing the old
Oh, the wrestling pre-show.
yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
their content up the wazoo, aren't they?
Cool. And at least welcome to the show. I don't know if he's been on when I haven't been here, but so when I'm here, we've got Russ is in the house, the voice of the voiceless.
I think the voice of the voiceless. Wow, you don't know what you just said.
I don't know. Is that bad?
Rusty, mute of the muted.
There you go. He's muted himself, so he can't hear. Still muted. I did not mute
Yes,
you. Oh, I can. Let's see. Oh, you just muted yourself again.
No, it's because I pressed
Yeah,
it.
All right, here we
Go
go.
on, Russ.
Here we go. Hello, I'm here.
Hello there, Russ. How you doing?
Introduction. What an entrance.
That's what you get on the
What
road
the hell I
trip.
was doing. See, I've got one on here. I've got another one here, and I've got the one on StreamYard. They're all on mute.
Are you watching? Are you watching the final right now?
Yeah, I'm watching it. I don't usually watch it, to be fair.
I'm about 5 seconds away from crossing the 22nd minute, which means that I'm pretty sure I'm a minute behind the game.
Yeah, I'm 23 minutes.
Yeah, see, it's 22:30, 40 over here for me. So
yeah,
Russ,
so,
of course,
yeah,
is live, so he's got it.
I am live.
About 35 seconds behind them.
I'm literally about 12 miles from where it's happening.
Oh man, yes. Next time I come, I need to see all you guys. I came last time and I only got to see Mr. Tom.
Yeah, when are you coming? I thought you were booking something.
Yeah, I wanted to come, but like right now I've got one of my kids is graduating from high school, so that comes first. And then I have a family reunion, so then it'll probably be hopefully in the when the season starts back up again. So I would like to try and do that. I enjoyed that trip I did. I saw my dad. I hadn't seen my dad in a while, so I spent some time with him. I spent some time with Mr. Tom and Lolo and Mark and the rest of the on the Stoop crew. So yeah. So next time I come, I want to see all the guys as well. Because yeah, need to do that.
It's a shame Sam's gone back to Norway, really.
Yeah, that kind of like screws things up. I was like, oh yeah, I would like to come down and see Sam, and it's like, damn it, I had enough time to do it, but it just didn't work out, right? So, yeah. $7 whopping for a Canada versus USR. Wow.
Incredible. But I bet that $7 went a lot further back then. Or rather, that $7 was more expensive back then.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say this story, but one of my teachers back in like the 80s went to a Super Bowl and was gonna try and buy a ticket, and like prices were just too much. So he's like, us. So he talked to one of the ticket people, the people at the ticket gate, and this is back in the days when you didn't have scanners and stuff like that. So he basically handed the guy a little something, and then got in. And basically just because think about it, it's a corporate event, right? It's not a game for the fans, right? So basically by whatever first 10-20 minutes of the game, a lot of the fans are in the corporate boxes, right? So there's tons of seats all around. So basically he just traveled around the stadium just taking seats in and enjoying the game.
I do have an opinion on the Super Bowl, on this year's Super Bowl. I'm not actually going to get into like a political or what do you call it, social battle with people over it, but I did think it was really nice of the National Football League to put on a sporting contest during their live show of putting the camera on Taylor Swift in the crowd. It was very nice. It was very nice of them to, give us something to watch when they couldn't be bothered to show Taylor Swift. So it's a joke before anyone gets, oh my god, they only actually showed.
Hey, you know what? Like it's all about the moolah, right? And the moolah and Taylor Swift, as they say,
I'm sure Taylor Swift had her fans, the people who just basically watched it, or the young girls who watched the Super Bowl just to see her in the crowd.
Oh, so. For sure. You know what? For sure. I talked to some of my kids, and they're like, "Yeah, I watched it because I knew Taylor Swift was going to be there," and it's like, So that how much ratings they got for that, just for Taylor Swift, like whoever the next big thing is. Yeah. If she did the halftime show, damn.
That's what I don't understand. Why didn't they get her to do it? I'm sure she would have done it.
Yeah, they do. They plan these things out and so advanced, and also it used to be you got paid to do it, and now, right? If you do the halftime show, you do it essentially for free.
Yeah, because you're gonna get paid in exposure.
Yeah, which is
the classic sex offender photographer's mantra. You'll get paid in exposure. But anyway, sorry. But I'm sure the NFL were not sex offenders. But anyway, hang on, sorry.
Just see, I tell you guys, we were on the road trip. We were just going along fine. This guy saw an exit. It wasn't actually an exit. Broke through the gates, and now we're running through a barn with chickens in the front seat. That's Mr. Tom.
I'll tell you this in all seriousness, genius to them. And like you say, yeah, it's fair comment. Why should she not do the halftime show? But if you can get Taylor Swift to turn up anyway, but then you can get the fans of the person you actually got to do the halftime show. I believe it was Usher, wasn't it?
Mm.
You get Usher fans, Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah.
Put your hands together. Melting pot.
True.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
I like the Weeknd's one.
Yeah. You'll be surprised to know that Bruno is screaming at the officials already. So that's the first.
That's where he gets all his yards in. He covers a lot of ground. Yeah. Most of it's running after referees.
The rest. Yeah. He is.
It's 27. It's 28 minutes into this thing. 29 if you're in the UK, and still, I don't even know if I felt like a shot's been taken. Where
City should have had a massive chance about 2 minutes ago, but there's just no one in the box.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
See, that's the thing I think about with Haaland. I think if it's a slow build up, he'll be there. But if it's something quick, he's not that man. You know what I mean? And if it's not Foden putting it away, it's probably not going to happen. All right.
What's for breakfast, Alonso?
Cheerios.
Ecology.
Lucky Charms.
A what?
Ecology.
Oh, you idiots! Man United have scored.
Oh.
Garnacho, watch it when it comes. Oh my God, you should just see it. Calamity.
He had a really nice shot earlier in the match. The goalkeeper was able to stab it out of the air.
Well, I've just seen Man City give a corner away. No, sorry, Man United have given.
It's a long ball right to the middle.
Corner away.
Oh, and he headed it right to Garnacho. The defender headed it back to his goalkeeper, who was standing next to him.
I'm not even down the same side of the pitch.
You're not. You were well before. Sorry, I just had to relay what
you're in a different time zone, Tom. I don't know where you are.
I'm so behind. Elton John's just released his first album. Jesus Christ.
Elton John's still in charge of Watford.
Yeah, it was a long ball through the middle. I don't know, is he offsides or not? But the defender heads the ball. I don't know where he's heading it.
What's he doing there? Oh my days! I mean, I know it's not Edison, but
oh my days!
What's that?
The goalkeeper comes out of his goal and he doesn't get to the ball.
Well, it would have been handball anyway.
Well, he's got to head it, right?
He showed that intuition during the season.
Yeah, exactly. Why didn't he show that in the last game of the season?
You know what? He looks offsides. Like, depending on, like, he could have been offsides.
$52 ticket. Excellent work, Arsenal Misfit. You have just got your Spencer card.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, that's genuinely interesting.
There is no way a $7 ticket to that hockey match is worth $52 today.
Do me a favor?
It would be.
You know what I mean?
You used to get more bang for your buck.
No. But what I'm saying is, if the two big powerhouses in hockey are playing each other, right? It's not going to be $52 today, right?
No. But back then it would have been. It's inflation, isn't it? It's just,
that's what he's saying. The equivalent is.
But Gary, this is Alonso's hockey corner of the hockey segment of the day.
I did not sign off on this. Did you get the sign off from Mr. Tom or something? What's going on?
I signed it off.
One second. Sorry, 1 second. blessed it. I've blessed it. You can go.
Thank you, Tom.
Go.
So back then, there was always the Russians versus the Soviets, rather, versus the Canadians. And back then in Canada and Russia, and to both their countries respectively, it was a big deal because you could make the argument that both countries were powerhouses. Even to this day, there's an argument of that. And it was a big deal. If you remember, back then it was Canada being a free country rather, and Soviet Union being basically built. They had athletes really superior as they thought. So every time they met up, whether it be Olympics or exhibition games, both countries took it very seriously. So if you went to those games, you're very lucky. Even on I was visiting Moss's podcast, I believe on Monday, when I got off your podcast, and whenever I went, gave Tom and Tony my due, I went on Moss's podcast as in the chat room, and we were talking about hockey, and he talked about that how severe the rivalry was between Russia and Canada, or the Soviet Union back then, and Canada were first rivals, and it got to a point where even the Soviets were going for the Canadians because the Soviet Union will always play tough.
I can distill what Alonso just said down into two sentences. In 1972, the Soviet Union hockey team was basically 6 Ivan Dragos.
In my time.
As it says on the banner, let's do that hockey
corner thing of the week.
And just ended. So
that's amazing. But no. I just asked a question: the Arsenal misfit, the cash converter. Can you work out what a £40 ticket in 1999 would actually cost now? Because it will sort of trade into a
say that again.
Basically, in 1999, my dad wanted to take me and my brother to watch West Ham versus Leeds United. It was May, I believe it was May 1st, 99, roughly at the same time. And the face value of the ticket was about £20, and I believe the ticket tout wanted 40 for each, and my dad wouldn't pay it. In hindsight, I think he was right, but at the same time, Leeds won 5-1 that day, scoring a goal in the first 12 seconds of the game, something like that.
So you've never let him live it down, basically.
No, it's actually getting. But just talking.
But if you think about that, though, like a game cartridge back then of any new game that came out for like a Genesis or like a SNES, those were like 70, 80 quid. You think how much that is now? That's probably double. It's probably like it's well over like 150 quid just for one game.
Well, don't they get you on the monthly stuff anyways, right? On some of these games too, right? Don't they give?
Games now are cheaper than they were back then, essentially.
See, where you're slightly wrong on that is they're now realizing that, because now you can get there are games where if you want certain versions of the game, it'll be 80 quid. Like FIFA, if you want the Ultimate Team version of FIFA or whatever that comes with the free football or whatever, you're gonna be paying 80 to 100 quid. But you are right in that games generally are cheaper. Because of like you said, with inflation, the games have not generally gone up with inflation because they know because it's for children, paramount, so they know they're not going to pay it.
True. Yeah, well, you know what? No parent wants to spend you're not going to spend like $150 on a game for your kid.
But they used to.
But then when if the game sucked, right? Then they'll never buy from you again.
No, just trade it in, didn't you?
That was the hilarious thing is that I remember it would have been about 1991. I badly wanted Bart versus the Space Mutants, and I got it for my birthday, right? Right. In hindsight, that game is dog shit.
Mm.
That game is absolute dog shit. I didn't care in 1991. I was like, oh my God, I'm playing as Bart Simpson. Like, it was really cool. But, no. The worst part is, obviously, if the internet existed then, in a, pardon the noise, fucking kids. Anyway,
Oh, Garnacho's for again. Rashford 2-0. Christ Almighty.
So I guess I get to do my Here we go. Got a long pass. Nana coming out of the
Oh,
box
was it?
there.
No, it might be offside. It might be offside.
Here we go. Long ball down. Nacho looks like offside again. Looks clearly offside this time.
Oh.
Knees it down, puts a cross in, and easy. I mean, they were both offsides at the time, but
Rashford will be in the red of Arsenal next season. You watch.
Yeah, you think
No,
so?
That's outrageous, Chris Nix.
Yes, I don't know what this means because he just put this up. Are these just like rappers that
Red Man, remember Red Man, Method Man. Yeah,
I believe it's an offshoot of BX saying that he paid to see Jay-Z in Orlando.
Okay, all right. $18.99. Where was I in '99? Damn.
I was in the pub probably.
Rashford knows he's offside.
Illegally.
Yeah. Well, in '99.
With my mate's driver's license.
He's not even celebrating.
Oh, 99. I think I was in either California or Colorado. I don't remember which. Definitely in Colorado. Yeah.
You in Colorado for uni?
I had moved. I graduated in '96, so I was married and I was about to have my first child in '99. So.
Bloody hell, fast worker, isn't it?
No.
2-0.
Oh no!
It is 2-0. Jeez, I should have had a bet on this.
That's right. HDMI cables were so expensive.
Miles out.
That's the crazy part, right? All these cables. Remember the cables were so expensive for everything you wanted. You're like, I can't lose this cable. It's so expensive. And then now you can just go buy a pack of 6 for like 20. Balls through. Ooh. Wow. So Liverpool could win the Carabao Cup. Manchester City wins the Premier League. And Manchester United wins the FA Cup.
Man City aware that they're in the FA? Have they won so many trophies that they
You know what?
The
they are in the entertainment business, Mr. Tom. You know how this works, right? They are in the entertainment business.
Are you saying they've given them a 2-0 head start?
Yeah, they give the league 5 to 10 point leads, and guess what? They just run them down, right? Think about it.
It's Manu for Man U.
Yes, Manu scores again. Yes, so yes, that's crazy That's crazy how easy that was to score. I mean,
don't do that. They got that douchey 8K cameras.
Easy cross there. Manu's got nobody on him because Walker left him. Walker. Bad.
The fans that know the camera on them, so they start being performative. And because they're Man United fans, they're also pricks.
Yeah. BX Gunner. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you go to a lot of these. You go to a lot of those concerts back in the days, and it was hazy. Let's just say that.
So Kieran McKenna's got 2 good players to start to develop, has he?
Yeah.
Russ, I have a question for you and Tom, maybe Gary as well. Do you think that Kyle Walker will be good enough to be in this current England squad?
Why not? He is the first choice right back.
Yeah, I think he's probably got what a lot of those other players don't have. Can he do it for 90 every game? Probably not, but you don't need him to, as far as I'm concerned.
I need him to be.
He's actually got pace, though. That's the thing.
No, but I mean, he can't give it to you every game, right? If he had to play every game, I think they would not get the best of him, right? I mean,
but he's also been injured. He's been injury prone the past couple of years, so. I don't know. Just
When
curious on how you feel.
when the pressure turned up, I think he'll be okay. I think the problem is that they use him too much. So when you want him to be that guy, I believe he can't do it because he's already given you like 70 minutes, and now you've got another 20
Oh
minutes to
my
go.
God.
Russ is like not holding back on any kind of
Pep
excitement.
hasn't got any hair to pull out, man. He's screaming at him.
I'll tell you, he's a bald fraud. He is a bald fraud.
Yeah.
I just hope that Southgate don't go to a back three and they just mess all up.
So here's a question. So say United do not win this, they go up 2-0 and they lose. Is this the way to go at City? Continually,
Hilarious.
Right?
It'd be so funny.
Yeah.
One thing I am glad of for your club is you should be glad that BX Gunner is not the director of football, because he would spend all the money. You would be lining up with Manu, Rafinha, and you'd be like, okay, can we buy someone else? You go, nope, spend it all on 2 players.
Yeah. Well, if the 2 players are Grammage and Isak, I'm fine with that. If they spent their budget on those 2 players, I think I'll be all right with that.
I think we need another keeper, though.
We do need another keeper, but I always feel like
I think we need another centre back, to be honest.
No, you know what? You're me and you on the same page. There's a lot we need. Like we don't have that guy behind our center backs right now.
My dad was right to not spend 240 odd pound on tickets in '99. He's right.
I think Kiriar. I think he's just accustomed to playing left back now.
He can't be not in just one season.
I know, but this is just an observation, Gary, that maybe he's been so used to playing left back that I think that's where Arteta prefers him to be. Now, whether or not Arteta is willing to move him at center back just to give Magalhaes and or Saliba a break, that's up to Arteta. But I don't know. I'm just maybe that's what Arteta's thinking. So who knows? But if we do go for center back, I would like Gahey from Crystal Palace, but they have been playing a lot better since they got the new manager. So who knows?
Well, Chelsea want to get rid of Chalobah. I'll take him.
Yeah, Chalobah.
Well, do you think he'll get treated with the same? Do you think he'll get the same welcome that Kai Havertz got?
Well, Kai Havertz has proved everybody wrong, really. I think.
Well, you know what has been proven, at least in my eyes, is that the makeup of a team overshadows the actual talents a lot of times, right? I don't think any of us, I think at least for me anyways, Chelsea has a lot of talented players. Whether or not they're playing, you can see it in their games, is to be desired, right? If people think Rashford would be an okay fit at us, then that's because he's got the talent. He's just playing in a terrible system, right? So for me, Arsenal, all they need is they just need a plug and play, right? They don't need anybody to come in and change the wheel like a Declan Rice, right?
Havertz alarm has gone off.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I feel.
But you're talking about center back from Chelsea. I wouldn't mind taking Caldwell as well. I think he's got a bright future. I think he's still very young. So
I think that's one of the reasons that Poch has left, is that Chelsea want to sell Chalobah and they want to sell Conor Gallagher. And Conor Gallagher has been their captain and he's been one of their best players. He's played every single minute, blah, 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 blah. And I think that's the reason that Chelsea want to sell both of those. And Poch probably said he wanted them to stay. Because obviously Chalobah's come in the last 10 games and he's played really, really well. I mean, Chelsea as a whole have played really, really well. I just think that Poch wanted to keep certain players and Chelsea just wanted to just get rid of certain players. I think that was the main reason that he's gone.
Yeah, they had a meeting. Sorry, go on, Lonzo.
But I always want to give up Conor Gallagher. I mean, he's been on loan. He did well at Crystal Palace. He's why would you want to consider a club captain that early in the season, that early in his career? That kind of shows you that Chelsea have a dysfunctional, toxic.
Well, he's a captain out of necessity, isn't he? Because I think Reece James is actually Chelsea's captain, isn't he? But he's injured all the time. But yeah, obviously Conor Gallagher's just obviously stepped into that role. He rarely gets injured, and I think a lot of teams you need that engine. All right, he's not the greatest player in the world, but he's reliable, and he tends to get stuck in. He's a sort of kind of box to box. That's my personal opinion. He's not very creative in that sense. But he's just a player who's always available and reliable, and sometimes you just need those players.
My understanding of what happened at Chelsea was they had a post-season meeting, as every team on earth does, imagine. But they basically informed him that they wanted to sell certain players that he didn't want them to sell. Now, I'm guessing those players were Conor Gallagher and, as Russ said, Chalobah, because obviously they came through their youth system. So they're the ideal players to actually sell for FFP purposes. Because obviously anything you get for them is the bullshit. The term that all the media use is pure profit. It's not my term. It's actually really pretentious for that, but it is what it says on the tin. They've spent loads of money, so you sell the players that. They're in danger of failing financial fair play. So basically, you sell the players you never paid for in the first place. Is the best way to actually offset any concerns of that. But at the same time, I'm guessing Pochettino did not want to sell those players. They then decided, okay, we're at loggerheads. We'll come back tomorrow. And basically, they gave him the chance to change his mind. And he came back the next day with the same argument. So they went, okay, your P45 is in the... is in the post or whatever.
So they're doing
not in the post. Here it is.
They're doing. We'll talk about this later, Chris Nix. But Chris Nix, welcome to the show. They're doing things a little bit backwards, right? I mean, I know they're trying to. It's more of a money. It's just a money move, right? They're just moving money around just to get into some better state, right?
Yeah, I mean, I must say, if Chalobah's available, Arsenal should be looking at him.
Yeah.
He's very good, and he's English.
I don't want to contribute like we did in the Havertz deal to Chelsea's monetary.
It didn't help Chelsea though, did it? It didn't help. Chelsea were crap.
No. They got
75% of the season. They were crap. They were awful. I mean, we even in the last 10 games, we battered them 5-0 still, 5-1, whatever the score was.
Yeah.
We absolutely smashed them. Then the thing is with Chelsea, they're going to get another manager in, and this next manager is going to be like, okay, right, I've got to basically fit in with all of these players. So the next manager can say, right, okay, you want to sell Gallagher, you want to sell Chalobah, that's fine. I don't know what they're like. They might not fit in my system, blah, blah, blah. So you can get rid of them. But you still got all the players like the Mudryk and some of the other ones. They're crap. They haven't done anything at all. And this manager, this next new manager, whoever it may be, has got to come in. Obviously, Chelsea have an idea of who they want to buy. This next manager is going to have to just agree with who they want to buy. It's just going to be a cycle, a vicious circle. Yeah. It's just going to keep going on and on and on because Chelsea just want to play football manager, essentially. Oh, he's the next best thing. He's the next best thing. He's the next best thing. Buy him now. He's only 21. We can put him right. They can't do the long contracts as such anymore. But they say, right, we'll buy him now. Yeah, we'll buy him now and then hopefully get rid of them at some point down the line. But I think Chelsea are going to be in a perpetual loop of managers, buying players that won't reach their potential, etc., etc. And I'm quite happy for them to do that. I think it's funny. We got Kai Havertz of them. Everyone wrote Kai Havertz off. Look at him this year. He's been brilliant. I didn't like the signing at the time. I was still skeptical halfway through the season, but to be fair, the boy's done well. So who am I? I don't know football clearly.
No, but you know what? You know what? Sorry, Mr. Tom.
No, go on. No, it's fine. Go on.
No. What I was gonna say, like,
it's only your show, Gary. Go on.
No, it's fine. No. Like I said, is Chelsea in the trophy? They're not set up to win trophies, right? No matter their business model right now does not set them up to win trophies, right? It sets them up to make more money somehow because buying players cheaper than selling them higher. I don't want to contribute to that. That's why they have it steal for me. And it wasn't that he wasn't a decent enough player or worth coming to Arsenal. Is that if we waited a week or two or three, we get him at the price we want. And we have to be ruthless in this. We should have to pay top money for a player. I mean, we pretty much played close to what they wanted, or if not exactly what they wanted, with no negotiation at all. And I think we have to be a little bit more hardball when it comes to what we pay for players, especially when we should have a little bit of an upper hand. We should have some kind of control in the situation. Havertz, I think, was for me like it was just he'll be a good player if we just plug him in, all right? Find his best position and plug him in. I don't know why it took half the season to figure out he is not a midfielder for us. You know what I mean? I don't know why it took that long. It should have been plug him up top where we actually have holes, right?
I
We have
actually
we
wanted
have holes.
Mason Mount. I wanted Mason Mount. Out of the
Yeah.
two, I would have had Mount every day of the week at the beginning of the season, and I'm so glad we didn't get him because he's got injured
Yeah.
again and again and again. And as I say, I think Mount would have been quite good in our midfield, to be fair, because he's quite friendly with that Rice anyway.
Yeah.
I think them two would have been quite a good central pairing, to be fair. But you can't argue with what Havertz has done.
Yeah. No. I'm fine with what he did in 2024. I think the 2023 experiment
Yeah, exactly.
was
Yeah,
was a waste.
it took him a while to get going. Yeah.
But no, I think that's on Arteta. That's not on the player. I think he played him out of position, and I think it hurt us because there are points lost. I think that we would have liked to have we would have liked to have had those in our pocket going into the end of the season that we didn't get to have because we were still trying to figure out if it would work. Like I said, I think a lot of the moves done early in the season, Partey playing right back, and Havertz not knowing if he's a 9 or an 8 kind of thing, kind of like set us back a little bit, and those are points dropped when we know now that you have to be perfect, right? You have to be perfect, not only in the beginning of the season, like 2 seasons ago, or at the end of the season, like last season. We have to be perfect throughout the entire thing. All right. So that's kind of how I feel like that. Mr. Tom, I know I am kind of,
I was going to say something else, but now I'm itching to say this because you started out your diatribe with, we're not going to contribute to Chelsea's profit. They spent £1 billion. There is no way they're making a profit on anything.
No, but you know what? It's not even a profit. We're making them sustainable, and I don't like that.
All right, that's different.
So that's my problem. Is we are helping them out regardless, right? Yes, they spent a lot of money,
it still just
but
amused me.
Yeah, no. It's not. Sorry, maybe if I said profit, it's profit and sustainability, but it's more.
Are you going to give them £1 billion for Chalobah? They ain't making no money. But yeah, I know. Admittedly, I did just say he came from the youth team. So anything.
Hey, Havertz didn't help us in the midfield, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I don't know.
I was going to point out that Chelsea and Everton are quite similar in that the reason they've declined over the years, obviously wasting money, but also because they've sacked managers so often that every new manager brings in their own players, but then you're stuck with the players that were brought in 4 managers ago. So there's actually no strategy behind your transfers because you're basically got 5 or 6 different sets of players for 5 or 6 different sets of tactics, which ultimately it can only lead to disaster. And Chelsea only don't really flirt with relegation because their players are so expensive that they have the individual quality to occasionally get them out above the line or out of trouble.
Yeah. No, you know what? When you buy talented players, it doesn't matter who's coaching them, right? If you buy the best players that are available, it doesn't matter who's coaching them. At some point, their talents are going to overshadow any of the poor management and coaching.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Spencer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like when they won the Champions League first time round. It wasn't because of the manager; it was because of Lampard and Terry.
Yeah.
It wasn't suddenly because who was it? Di Matteo. He wasn't suddenly a fantastic manager. It was the players that got him over the line.
It was because they had 11 players that just happened to be very good at football, and one of them happened to be really clinical in a penalty shootout, ironically.
It was that in 2012, right? 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I meant Drogba specifically, because
There's a good comment here from Big
cucumber.
Scunner talking about taking stop looking at transfers from rivals. Like if there's quality available to take one of our from our rivals, let's take it. No, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, we thought we were. I thought Arteta thought and Edu thought they were doing that when they brought in Jesus and Zinchenko, but they obviously did not do that.
Jesus has been injuries have been his biggest problem.
Yeah, and Zinchenko can't do his job. But guess what? Jesus can't do his job either. So in both cases, you bought players in for specific.
They've got us to where they've got us where we needed to be. But now we're at a point where we could easily move on without them.
Yeah,
they've helped us get to this level. Yeah, they've helped us get to this level, and now we're looking beyond them.
Yeah, I think Arteta bought them going, this is the kind of player I need, not knowing that these aren't the best players in those particular roles.
No,
right?
but
he knew how to play them. Yeah. He knew where to play them because obviously he'd worked with them before. He could trust them to do a job.
Yep.
Yeah, the reason
then he found out what they can't.
They were winners. They
Yeah.
were winners. They
Yeah.
brought a winning mentality to Arsenal. Whether you can say, like, obviously they've developed as winning players for Arsenal, it's not really the issue. The point is, you were a team that wanted to finish fourth and you finished fifth. So he went, why don't I go and get some players I know that have finished first? And then they can, hopefully, their higher standards rub off on the other players, which I noticed very early on from... so arguably nearly 2 seasons ago, it was quite obvious that they, like, Jesus always has a face like he's just chewed a wasp, but at the same time, he was always looking like, you need to give me the ball. Now, granted, he might have done fuck all with it in hindsight, but the fact of the matter is, winners want the ball.
True.
Where it feels like some players in teams, basically, when things ain't going well, they like to hide. Whereas obviously Zinchenko's and Jesus were like, no, we want the ball. We're used to having the ball because we played for a team that always has the ball, and it's rubbed off on your players. And then you've not replaced them, but then you've added better players, like as in Declan Rice, etc., like that. But they were key signings. Like if you actually do win something next season, it's going to be, you look at that. That's like a turning point in like the quality of player or the intention of quality of player that you started to bring in.
No, for sure, and that's probably where the Timber deal came in, because it was like, I think he can play anywhere in that back line. So the fact that he was playing left back when we first started this thing, it was a happy accident, right? Happy accident, got him there.
Yeah, I want to go back to what Russ said about Arsenal buying Chelsea players and talk about experience. I think what caught us all by surprise is when Arsenal bought Jorginho from Chelsea, and he also added a lot of backroom winning mentality because he did win at Chelsea multiple times. So I think Tom, you're right about bringing in players that are experienced and also won Champions League as well, and Jorginho. So that's also a very key signing that we made, and he came very cheap, and he's going to extend his contract. So I think despite him doing that mistake against Spurs, I think he's been a good signing as well, because he has a lot of passing still left in him. He's very smart and he's still very strong on the ball. So that's also another key signing that Arsenal made from a rival. It doesn't really get a lot of notice. So yeah, I like that move a lot too.
Yeah, you're right. It's just Chelsea just didn't. I don't know why Chelsea didn't want him. There's obviously his quality there. I think Arteta wanted him a season or 18 months before, but obviously we couldn't get him for whatever reason, different regime. But obviously the Chelsea manager at the time was quite willing to let Jorginho go for what turned out to be quite cheap, really. And yeah, but as I say, apart from that one mistake he's made, generally he's been pretty good. Yeah, I don't have any issues with that transfer at all.
Yeah, we need, like you said, we need more of that, but we need more that I think can play a little bit more for us. I mean, we just saw it right in the Champions League, Pepe, right, for Porto, and pick any player you wanted really on that Bayern Munich side. They all had that past experience and that, like, we're gonna get this thing done no matter what, right? And you can lean on them as well in those big moments. So we need a couple more of those players, but we also need to get we need play once again. We need a player that Arteta can look at. I say this every time. Arteta needs to turn to his bench and have too many options as opposed to barely any options. If we have injuries, he has barely any options. It doesn't, we still did good last season, right? Even with the injuries we had, but he needs to look to his bench and see 5 to 6 players that can answer the questions that he's about to pose on the team, right? We
Answer
don't
the
have that.
call.
Yeah, here's the question. Where's my answer, right? We need goals. Somebody needs to come off the bench to give us goals, right? If that's Trossard, cool, right? We need defense, cool. If Kirior is that man, let's do it. But we need, if we need somebody more creative and, I think this Nathan and Wary, I'd like to see him get a chance. I know everybody says the age and all that. I'm saying, like, at some point, somebody from the academy has to be worthy of getting a chance. No, why not him? You see him scoring goals and contributing on the international stage. It's like, come on. We need something also to come through the ranks if we're doing this thing right. So I know there was a comment here. We'll bring this one back from Chris Nix. Klopp leaving, Michael Edwards coming in. It's kind of like, two ships sailing, crossing paths in the night. The man that helped us get there and the man that was there coaching us there are going in opposite directions. Anybody think that Liverpool will be able to get back to where they were 3 years ago?
I see no trouble with their manager slotting right in.
I can't. I can definitely. It depends what their recruitment's like in the summer. If they lose like Salah or some of the other, I mean, I think the reason Klopp's gone is like this team's coming to the end of its cycle and he just couldn't be asked to rebuild again.
I think they should open their checkbook and make Leeds United an offer for Somerville, personally.
They
should, no, you see the problem with that. Yeah, sorry.
No, because their manager now, I believe, was involved with Somerville at Feyenoord, so like he knows him. And I don't to be honest, I don't care if he knows him. I don't care if they had Christmas lunch together. Give me 50 million. And to show you I'm serious, the price is now 51 million.
For Somerville.
Yeah. I don't want to sell him, so you got to make me an offer that's too good to refuse. And now the price is 53 million.
Yeah, it's 53 million only if you get promoted, mate.
Yeah, if we don't get promoted, it's probably 3 million. No, it's not true.
Yeah, see,
3.5.
Yeah, see,
to be fair though, we only paid 1 million for him, so.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say about Liverpool. I think that, like any other team, I think the way the recruitment goes is it's a 24/7, yearly thing. You have to be doing it every year. I mean, I've listened to many Liverpool fan complain about, we need somebody in the midfield consistently over and over and again. They said we need midfield support, and they've still yet to get a solid player in that midfield that they want, right? So, I don't know if they got it. I don't think they've got it now, right? So I think they still have holes they're trying to fill. So yeah, I think it's a constant game. You're always looking to replace and maintain because you have an opportunity twice a year to fix the holes.
Apparently,
So,
there was fighting between Man City and Man United fans
oh,
before the game because Brownie's got a video of it. 'cause of course he has.
oh,
Yeah, but they all live in London, don't they? So no
Yeah, it
wonder.
makes sense.
Brownie has
They
a
probably live
video.
next door to each other. Saying that, when Spencer wrote Ferrari on pole, I immediately thought back to Eurotrash and thought Lola Ferrari doing what she does best. Anyway, what? That's not PG. Don't Google that person. Do not Google that person.
Google Lola Ferrari, Gary.
No, I don't.
After the show.
When Mr. Tom says don't, I don't.
Do
I
not Google
don't.
that person.
Usually, I make the mistake of just listening and then going ahead. And
Alonso, Google that person.
Yeah, just as a thing though, it's not a type of Ferrari, okay?
Well, I was going to say it is a type of Ferrari. It's certainly a type of flotation device.
Okay, we can see where this is. You can see where this one is
Alonso's
going.
going for it. He's dipping his
Yeah.
toe in. I can
He's
tell.
gonna turn around in a second and say, "I'll be right back." That's what's gonna happen. That door's gonna come
That
back.
door's gonna slam, mate. The thing's gonna go. The camera's gonna go off, but the door is gonna slam.
The laptop is going to go bang.
He's just gonna slide backwards for some reason. You're like,
And
what
then 30
happened here?
seconds later,
It's gonna be
he's gonna
Vince
go
McMahon
bam.
watching
Yeah.
Stacey Keebler on his
Yeah.
on his
Well, that
tape, mate.
since we're
Yeah.
talking about
Whoa. Wow.
Misfit put this up there, and I think we should. For me, sell Jesus and Chenko. Of course, we're gonna have to sell Ramsdale. Because we need some money. Just to balance the books and stuff. But
yeah. This football
yeah.
chat is great and all, but Lolo, sorry. Alonso, what did you think of Lolo Ferrari?
Oh, you know what? No. Let him sit on that one for a bit.
Do you think? Would you be surprised if you discovered her cause of death for drowning? It wasn't. It obviously wasn't.
No
It was probably
comment.
drugs. It was probably the drugs. Sorry. Go on, Gary. Sorry. Just, I'm not that sorry though.
Oh my god.
Stephen, the Arsenal misfit. In 1999, could you calculate, if due to inflation, how much is $1 million?
Yeah.
I've had
51 minutes in here, and City is still trying to break down this United defense that has like 10 players behind the ball and like 8 players in the box.
I love when he goes into news reporter mode.
Yeah,
with emphasis on the have I got far enough away from the troublesome discussion
yes,
yet?
Yes, I'm trying to move away. Like, yes.
Reading you back in.
I typed in the name, but I didn't go any further than
you
that,
absolutely should not look at it, Gary.
Yeah. Who do Arsenal buy to replace Partey? Well, you know what? We didn't really have him much last season, so did we miss him? But I think anybody they bring in who's available will be better than what we've had. That's how I think that. Rice is going to have to learn the 6 quickly, especially in transitioning that ball up the pitch, like Partey does.
7 viewers. I think 3 people have left the show to Google Lolo Ferrari. Anyway,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Sorry. I promise I'll stop.
I still think
you keep bringing it up. You keep bringing it up.
I think he'll still brought in to be number 6, Gary.
He's not the 6 that we need, though, right? Not right now. He's still got skills he has to pick up on.
But I think knowing that Partey was going to leave this summer, I think that was the idea. At least for now. Though you never know what Arteta and Edu is going to bring in this summer. Because I always thought that in the past, whenever he was playing alongside Calvin Phillips with England, that would be the original plan for him to take the 6 and have 2 number 8s up front with Odegaard and whoever else it was the next number 8. So ideally, that's how I thought it would have been with him being number 6. And he played some, I think, this year, up until whenever Jorginho and or Partey came in. So we'll see what happens with that. But we gotta make sure the person
jeez.
who comes in at number 6 can play that part well, like Partey did when he was healthy.
Yeah.
But it's a shame.
That's all.
It's a shame that Partey was not healthy, because when he was healthy, he was a really good player for Arsenal.
And I think we should get Onana from not the Man United one, the one from Everton. Yeah,
I think I wouldn't mind him, Tom. I'm sorry, Russ. I think Onana kind of plays a part like Partey does. So I think Onana is a cheaper bet. I know a lot of people want Bruno Guimaraes, but at the price that Liverpool or Newcastle are willing to sell him for, what's the point?
He's not a defensive midfielder though, Bruno. That's the thing. He's not a party replacement.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, he plays a bit reckless, and it shows against Arsenal. That if his head is on a swivel at times. And I think that could rub a lot of players that we currently have the wrong way. At least for me, at least. I think if you bring him on, he's like a disturbance in the locker room. That's my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel, but I would not sign Bruno Guimaraes. I don't care how good he is. I think he's a hothead, and that's what this team does not need.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we'll get into Guimaraes. I think if he came into Arsenal, it'd be like bringing in any of the players that we bring in. They would just fit in. They would have to understand the culture, or else they would come in. So I think we need somebody who's going to cross that line or get close to that line. He crosses the line in some cases, but we need somebody who gets close to that line. Right now, we don't have that guy. Right? We don't have that guy, and you know what? We're a much better team. He'll be in less situations where he actually has to cross the line, but his aggressiveness is what we don't want to take away from him. Will be perfect for what we want to do, because that's what we need to do in that midfield. Sometimes we need to take full control of it, and people know they can't get through there, and he would bring that for us. In regards to Rice, like I said, he just will not, as far as I'm concerned, bring that, make those moves up the pitch when he's got players all around him, and that's one of the things that Partey does for us. Like there's a scramble, there's all these other colored shirts in front of him, but I feel like he'll just calm it down, right, and then make the right pass up the pitch, because that's what we need. Like going backwards every time is punishing for us, especially when we have an opportunity to go up and we don't make that pass. Rice doesn't. For me, he's not confident to even make that pass right now. He doesn't see it sometimes, and that's what we miss. For those, I know Russ was just making some comments there. Doku has come into the game, created 2 nice passes through the middle. One missed by Foden. He couldn't get his feet around the ball, and he just dribbled to Onana. And then the next one, I forgot who hit that. Oh, it was Haaland, and he hits the crossbar. So yeah. I don't know what's going on here. Somebody's asking questions. This is not me. This is somebody behind the scenes. All right, you made him excited. He was talking hockey for his own segment, right? So yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hey everybody!
Oh crap!
This is Michael Jackson.
Hi, Michael.
There you go.
How are you doing, Alonso?
This answers the question right
not
here.
Too bad. Just hanging out with these guys, and I guess appearance by Michael Jackson. I'm assuming Tom had to use the restroom.
Yeah, that's it. Shamon, motherfucker.
Shamon.
Mike Abbott.
Mike Abbott has joined the show. He likes Alonso. Who doesn't?
Hello, Russ.
Michael Jackson. Oh, what a strike.
So no goal scored there, but yeah. All
Kyle
right.
I
Walker's
have to go
smashed
now.
one.
My planet needs me.
Bye,
Needs me.
Michael. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Stop blowing bubbles.
Oh no. Oh no. See. See. Yes. Let's go. Bye. Bye, Felicia, or say like bye, Michael.
So, Gary, so
Yes, sir.
we were talking about Winona Myers, and you know, considering our red card numbers, we did the league in I think fair play. We only had one red card, and that was a crap call by the referees on Tamiyasu.
Yep. Yep.
Um, I'm afraid, not afraid, but kind of if he's signing Winona Myers and him being a hothead. I mean that I don't know. Like he's good and all that stuff, but at what cost, right? And you know, I think we come a long way from getting our red card reduced to this year.
Mhm.
And will he, be that player he was at Newcastle, knowing that he'd come into a new club like Arsenal and knowing Arteta wants to play more disciplined? Do you think that's a worry sign?
I don't think anybody. I think he would be fine. I said that's
You
what
think
I'm saying.
so?
I think we have. This is We're trying to build a culture here, right? At Arsenal,
Hmm.
right? Arteta's done that. People have praised him for changing the way the way we see the team, the way that the teams, plays and all of that. So I think you know what you're getting into. So they'll do if they think Bruno Gomes is going to work. I have no doubt that it will. It will. You know what I mean? I believe it will. So you know, and he's going to be playing, and he's seen what we're doing, right? So he's not going to want to jeopardize that because everybody's coming in. They want an opportunity to win a trophy, and we've been shown we're getting close, right? And his addition to the squad would definitely help us get there, right? So I kind of feel like I think I saw something that Arsenal says they're just going to get one ceiling raiser, but
Mm.
they need anybody that comes in is raising whatever you want to call it, the floor, the ceiling, whatever. They have to, like for me, we did it just this past window in the summer. All four players are they can start for us. We need to do that one more time. We need four players to come in, and they all can be considered starters for this squad, or else I think we're not really doing ourselves any good deeds there. So yeah, no, Gramage would be I think would be good for us. It would help that. And like I said, I think we're set up so well. You plug him in, the things that we lack in get against certain games when we're getting run over, he's going to be the answer for that, right? We lose the midfield, we're in trouble, right? If for some reason like we have to sit Erdogan and you still have Rice and Gramage playing, I feel better about that. But right now we lose Erdogan and we don't have that answer right now, right? We don't have somebody else. We need at least two solid players in that midfield because they're not going to play every game. We've been lucky so far, but I think we're going to have to be a little bit more, have a little bit more rotation and a little bit more squad depth, a lot more squad depth.
Do you think that? Do you think then they'll Arteta will change formation?
I don't think he has to, right? Does he
Okay.
have to
So
change
then
formation? No, no, no. Like
I
that's the
guess
thing.
then
Yeah, yeah.
I guess then you put Gramage at your number 8 then, the left 8.
Gourmage, I think would be. I thought he would just be a six, right? He would be the controller in there. I think. I think it would be the six, wouldn't he?
Russ?
Yeah, I'll say he's a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It makes
Uh,
sense then.
yeah, I think it'd be a six. It'd be a lot more. I mean, for me, he's a lot more aggressive than Rice. Um, definitely more available than Partey. And the key thing is how do we when we do transition up the pitch, I believe he'll be all right he'll be fine to do that as well. He won't be as good as Partey, but there's
Nope.
not that many that we can find that answer all of the questions that we need at that six anyway. So I'd rather be able to say, Rice, you can push up the pitch and think about it. What is it? We are one of the better teams, and Erdegaard is one of the better players as far as recovering the ball up the pitch, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
If you have a Grammars behind him, that makes it even easier. And I want Erdegaard further up the pitch to begin with. The man spends too much time trying to defend for us. Come on.
We'll be lucky that he hasn't got injured at all.
Yeah, yeah. Now, like I said, we got lucky last season. Think about who got injured and how much time we missed. Right? Not many players that we needed. Right? Erdegaard, fine. Our two center backs, fine. Our
Ben White.
goalkeeper, fine. Ben White, fine. Saka basically made it 99% of the way. All right. All right. We just have we have answers on the right on the left wing. All right. So we're good there. Uh, you know, between George, I think Jorginho helped us, but he can't give us to us 100%. That's why we need an answer there. So yeah, we've been lucky with injuries, and we can't play that luck game again. We need to have an answer now, right? I think we need to have an answer for those players. It's still 2-0 over here, 65th minute. I don't know if this is going to happen for City. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want either of them to win, so I'm not going to get my way. And Mr. Tom is definitely not getting his way. So
Really not.
So you know what? Maybe you know what that just means tomorrow you get your way. All right. That's how we're gonna play this thing. Tomorrow you get your way. Today, well, there you go. There you go. Anybody else, Russ, besides Gramage?
Don't know. As I said, Onana, I think Everton's a good shout. I'll probably be looking to sell him on at some point. Obviously, they've got their FFP issues, so they're gonna probably want to sell one of their bigger assets, I would imagine. Also, I saw Wilfred Ndidi at Leicester's on a free transfer at the end of the season. He could probably still do a job.
Is he a starter, like everyday starter for Arsenal?
Not a starter, no. But if you get a Nana, you could easily have someone like Ndidi on the bench. He's a defensive midfielder. He's got good numbers. He's won the Premier League.
Mm-mm.
Did Ndidi play for Leicester when they won the Premier League?
I'm pretty sure he did.
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
I don't know how old he is.
Isn't it William Ndidi or something like that? Winston?
Wilfred, that's
Wilfred,
it. Wilfred,
yeah.
that's the one who I meant.
Wilfred
Pretty
Ndidi.
sure he played.
I'm going to look it up more out of my own curiosity than anything. He joined Leicester in 2017, so
Yeah.
the year after they won the title.
Oh, did he? Oh, I thought he was one of the ones who won it with him. But no, he's a decent player.
It's the Kante money, I suspect.
Probably. How old is he? He's not even that old, is he? He's about
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bought him in January 2017. So obviously, when they got their 16 million or whatever it was for Kante, they went and shelled it back out for him.
Yeah, here's my thing about 27. It's over. It's greater than 26. All right, 26 for me threshold. When we put it for me, no. The reason why I say this is because I think a play over 26 for me needs to be like a Jorginho, an easy like that. It looks like Jorginho. That's what it looks like. It looks like Trossard. That's what it looks like, right? I don't know if Ndidi is that.
As a free transfer, as someone who you could have on the bench, obviously El Nenny's gone. If you have a free transfer and say, yeah, I mean, I think he would be a decent pickup just as another body because we're losing a lot of players in the summer, I think.
True. Like I said, I just like if I had like my choice, I want a 27-year-old who's going to give me experience, like a lot more experience winning trophies and stuff like that, or international play, European play and stuff like that, which he doesn't possess much. So that's kind of my thing. Yeah, he would be good like a third option for me because I want my second option to be that guy. If it's going to be, we're going to go down that route. But not too. That's kind of what I look for. That's what I'm looking for, anyways.
Too much less to talk.
Yeah. Too much less to talk.
Too much less.
Someone in the Premier League will pick him up. I guarantee someone will.
Yeah. Now, if you say free, then it sounds that free is good, right? And Arsenal needs to probably do that once in a while. I just feel like we'll still need, like you said, we'll still need to go and purchase a player.
Well, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
But as I say, just as a body.
Yeah.
The perfect amount of Ipswich talk, though.
Yeah. And Didi, the
No
Curry,
Norwich talk.
all good midfielders. Yeah.
Decoy.
No, I mean, like I said, like we'll need starters, right? Like,
Onana would be a starter, I
Yeah.
think. If you're getting rid of Party, Onana slips straight in there.
Okay.
Then you having Didi as a backup to Onana. That's what I would look at.
Wasn't that part of the problem with Party, was that he was slipping straight in there a bit too much?
You had no choice though. When he's available,
Apparently
you got to
so.
play him now, right?
Apparently so, Tom. But it was never proven.
Oh, whoa. Sorry, you guys are talking two different conversations. I am not partaking in that part of the conversation.
I'm partaking in the party conversation.
I am not. I am not.
Take.
Take.
Yeah. No, I hear you. We need to make some shrewd moves there. All right. So, yeah, it'd be nice to say, look, you let Partey go, and you bring in two more players that you can play. You know what I mean? And that are available, right? That's the other part to this thing.
I like the
It's a shame.
Now go on, Lonzo.
It's a shame that it seems like Arsenal have had a hard time finding a healthy defensive midfielder. Right, you go back to all the way to Abu Dhabi. On his day, when he's healthy, he could be a great midfielder, but he was always hurt. And then you look at now William Partey. It's like he was never healthy enough to be a constant on this side. And I don't know what it is about it, but maybe it's bad luck or what. But we need a defensive midfielder number 6 that could actually be healthy enough to where we need them the most. They could help win us a title. And it's a shame it didn't work out. And Jorginho did his best, but you can't depend on him week in and week out. And this where the league is going, it's kind of hard to do a job with this experience. He's very good, but he's not dependable week in, week out.
Yeah. No, for sure. But we need, like I said, we need availability now. Like we've got players that are good but aren't available. One being Partey, even Zinchenko isn't available to us a lot. Like we need to start weaning those players out because we're depending on them to do a job sometimes, and they're not there. All right, they have to go. All right, if you're not going to pull them off the bench and they're sitting in the physio office, then they can't. It's not going to work for Arsenal. We can't. Like as I said, we can't have a lot of people just riding the bus. We need people driving it as helping drive the bus as well, right?
No one drives the bus on this show.
You got Walker and the Lisandro going at it, going back and forth. The Butcher against what is Walker called?
The war.
Wanker.
He's called a wanker. The wanker against the Butcher. There you go.
The Butcher.
Yeah.
The Butcher. I thought he was in WCW.
Well, Johnny Evans is coming on. Man
Johnny Evans is coming on. You know what? This is the football gods and City scripted right here. Anybody bet on goal by Johnny Evans?
Oh, they're fighting. They're getting a bit testy. I say fighting. Massive exaggeration on my part. One player pushed another player. The other player went, ooh. Like, it was nothing.
Marcus Rashford's coming off. It's his last game in the United shirt.
You really think they'll sell him?
If they sold him, what would you pay for him, and what would United you think want for him?
£27.50.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how long's left on his contract. I suppose that's a big thing as well. 60 million, maybe 70. I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if we'd look to sign him, I wouldn't have much of an issue because you know what he can offer. He's got pace, and I think Trossard, although he's been starting over Martinelli, Trossard doesn't have that pace. That's his only sort of thing that he doesn't have. Technically, Trossard is very good, but his pace, he just doesn't have the pace. Oh, what's happened there?
Sorry, I misspoke. When I said £27.50, I meant in 1999 money.
Yeah. His contract expires in 2028, so he's got pretty much a full contract left to go.
It's kind of up to him if he wants to leave, I guess.
Yeah.
He's got to take into account who United's next manager is going to be.
True. Very true. Yeah, 60. Yeah, Mr. Tom.
Give it the Giggsy to the end of the season.
Tom
Give it a
Giggsy.
Because I'm a minute behind, I get upset anytime Man City go forward because Russ hasn't made a noise the minute previously, so I know it's not a goal, which is upsetting me. It's like, make something happen. Make Russ make a noise.
It's funny because whenever I'm watching Ryan's show with Gary and you, Tom, and in chat, I see yes and capital letters with apostrophes. I'm thinking, man, Arsenal scored, right? And 10 seconds later, 30 seconds later, I see Gary say, yeah, come on, Arsenal.
Yeah, that's what sucks about some of these watch-alongs because nobody can be on the same. So
no one's on the same. No one. It's just impossible for everyone to be on the same time, and
yeah, no, it's true. Manu just brought down the Viking in the box, and nothing was given. So sounds like the referees aren't giving cards to City players or Manchester United players. So,
well, Fergie's watching from the stands, so
there you
go. United have an influence already, an advantage.
Has he had a drink? Do you think?
Yeah.
You can see his big red nose.
Yes.
Obviously being
City's finding it hard to get through this defense. Ooh, that ball makes it through. Onana gets a hand on it, and he gets cleared by, is that Johnny Evans? They said offsides. Okay.
See, Onana actually, he's actually had a good game. See, he's a funny keeper. Some games he'll keep everything out, and then others he's just fucking terrible.
He's similar to Leeds keeper, and I know you're going to find that as a statement to be really silly, but the fact of the matter is, if Meslier doesn't save the first shot on target on him, he might as well go home. And the rest of the team, by extension, might as well go home. Because then all confidence in him evaporates. And I actually think Onana's very similar. If he saves the first shot on him, then he generally does quite well. But if the first shot on him goes in, it's usually the first mistake of many.
Yeah. How do you combat that? You got the noise in the background at Mr. Tom's Playhouse.
I usually just lock them in a treasure chest. But...
Tom, is Royal Rumble going on in your house?
Yes.
Yeah. So Russ,
he's let the children out the basement. That's why.
There you go. Yeah. Are they? You let them play in the basement? I thought you had a separate place.
No, he locks them up in the basement. He lets them out like for an hour a day for good behavior.
So Russ, I just want to make sure because I was telling Mr. Tom this earlier. Like, Russ from the top bunk, is that actually ever going to come back, or is the top bunk gone?
No, the top bunk is still there. We've switched the bedroom around now, so it's a bit more difficult for me to broadcast from up there.
Yeah, the network is a little weak up there, and when you're high up in the bunk.
Oh no! It's just we've totally changed the configuration of the room.
I was just making something up.
Configuration out of Hellraiser. We've just moved all around. Yeah.
That referee has got Bruno Fernandes has got so close to that referee. I think he actually owes him a drink at this point.
Yeah.
Like he needs to at least take him out or something. He is right up in his grill, as they say on the mean streets of London.
Yeah, got a free kick coming for Alvarez from the silence from Russ. Nothing that comes of
No,
it.
nothing came of it. Don't worry.
Did the robot come off?
No, he's
Russ is
still on there.
literally the most powerful person on the internet at the moment because his stream is first.
He controls the
No,
narrative for sure.
Watching it on TV.
What is that TV? You know what I mean?
Television.
Like I don't have that in my house anymore. I don't know what a cable line, feed is. It just no, I don't have any of that. It's not. It costs too
I
much.
have to have it for my Virgin box to work. I still have to have an aerial thing go into it.
Yeah. No, I looked at the prices and it was significantly less to just go cut as they say, cut the cord kind of thing. So everything I have in the house is streamed.
I could stream it, but then obviously you lose that 10 seconds or whatever, don't you? You're always going to lose
I wish it
something.
was 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Try 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always going to have that delay, aren't you? But
Yeah.
that's why when it's on TV, I just it's fine. Just watch it on TV.
Yeah. There's
Old-fashioned television.
Yes. Yes. United's taking a free kick now from just outside the box. So. Is Bruno? Anybody taking Bruno?
I'll take him.
Fanage? Because he would be the same. He would be in the same boat as a Gromage, in a sense. Gromage and Fanage, in terms of like hotheads and whether or not they would be able to. Like, would you take him at Arsenal? And would he? Do you think he would calm down enough?
I think so. I think he also has some free kick in him here one or two. So he's got a good foot on him as well, Gary. And I think he has a leadership values about him as well, so that can help with regard or some in some cases. I think he's very smart, intelligent.
Yeah, you don't want to take away that what makes them what they are, though, because his temperament makes him the player he is. You don't want him to curtail that to an extent where he's not as effective as he is now.
Yeah. It's interesting because
Saka
Lonzo threw up his hands and said no to Gromage, but Fanage, he's all right with. For me, they are both. No, think about it. They are both hotheads, both of them. Right? They both are a little rash on the pitch. One's a captain.
No, Fernandez is a much bigger arsehole.
Right? One's a captain, so that's even a crazy. Like, think about it. You're bringing in a captain, and you know what a captain looks like in an Arsenal shirt, right? And they just don't look the same.
In a million years.
Yeah. So like for me, Fanage would be a bigger risk than Gromage.
Well, United aren't even our rivals anymore, so it doesn't really matter. They're not in our league.
Yeah.
It's funny to say.
Who are your rivals?
We don't have any anymore. Spurs aren't on our level anymore. I suppose it's Man City, I guess.
Yeah.
It's funny because you hear these pundits still talk about Arsenal. Like you got Ferdinand, you have
Arsenal and United haven't been like rivals for years, really.
But they rather have Arsenal lose and have a City win. And you would say that, well, that means that what does that mean that they don't look as Ferdinand and Neville don't look at City as our rivals anymore? So it's kind of weird how how the two dynamics. And I think Russ, you're right. I think now City are our main rivals because Spurs they seem that they're not up to par anymore, or if they ever will had been or ever will be. So I think looking at it, I thought we came to second to City twice, and now we're chasing them. Whereas before we were always chasing United and Liverpool. But yeah, it's changed now where I think City are now our main rival now.
The problem is it's still like it's like a true rival means that we're gonna win stuff too. right? And we still not there yet. So like the rivalry isn't really like they have never lost to us when it matters, right?
The way Russ just talks about
Yeah,
Tottenham is how Man City probably talk about Arsenal.
yeah,
Or Manchester United, for that matter, Tom, because
Yes, yeah. But
their own
the
pundits.
spirit of what he was saying probably applies on
I was
their
talking.
end.
I was talking a little bit in jest. Obviously, Spurs are our closest team to us, so they'll always be our
Yes.
rival, no matter what. They'll always be a rival. Chelsea will always be a rival to Arsenal, just because of the history and everything. But it's like Arsenal United. Arsenal and United weren't really rivals, sort of really, because they were still sort of challenging, and we sort of dropped off a cliff for a few years. So that rivalry
Yep.
has sort of petered out a little bit.
yeah. No, I mean in that 3 or 4 year span where Liverpool was winning, that's as close as the rivalry cities had, right? I mean they'd played in a final, they won the Champions League final the next year, then they came out and they
These
went away
Man
with the
City
league,
fans make me
right?
laugh.
And but in between that, City had won a Premier League, right? So that's as close as a rival, and that only lasted 3 years, right?
I don't want to so
Really,
much
3
dig
years
out the
it seems.
children, but there are Man City fans on camera on the match of the day on the English feed where they're basically like they've got their head in their hands, like the worst day of their life, and it's like, lads, you won 3 trophies last year, you've won the league this season, you're probably going to win things again next season.
Yeah.
Fucking behave yourself.
This is probably the first game they've seen them live, though.
Yeah. But also, Mr. Tom, there's levels to this thing. I say it all the time, and you never like fully grasp it until you bring up your "I don't get this whole levels thing" comment.
No, I grasp it 100%, but it just suited my thing to mock the Man City fans.
No, I know, and that's why I bring it up because at some point I want you to do the same thing for us, but we have to go out there and get a win first. Because then you can say you guys complaining about not doing this. It's like, yeah, we want more, right? We want more.
Goal, Doku.
Oh, there you go. It's about to happen. So Doku on the outside here on the left side.
Banana should have
Steps
saved
into
it,
the
though, to
box,
be
puts the
fair.
cross in. Oh, it comes back out. Bernardo Silva
Oh
to
shit, I need to do my tweet
Stones.
for the game.
Banana should have
Here we go.
saved it.
Here we go back to Doku. Doku standing right in the corner of the box. Got 2 players. Steps to his right. Pushes it back near post. Onana can speed the near post from a player well outside he's outside the box and he scores. From the saves that he's made in this game for that one to make it through is surprising because that one was yeah. But there you go. That's Onana, right? That is Onana in a box, right? You can make those saves, and then every once in a while you're like, how did he not get a hand on that one? Yep, he saw it late, too late for him, and goal. Onana steps away from 2 players, puts the ball in. Wow, yeah, he's got to see that one because yep, you know what? Not good from the goalkeeper. He's got to be stronger, right? Got to be stronger.
Oh no, I'm
Chocolate
trying to make me
wrists.
look like a fool.
Yeah. Hits his hands and goes in. That's gotta be pushed out.
You know, those are the sort of things Anana is bad at. He's had a brilliant game so far, and it's crap like that
You'll rarely find Russ that he concedes 1 goal. His confidence drops when he concedes a goal.
Yeah, well, he's been lucky so
Doku's
far
on it now. Oh my days!
Yeah, no, Daku has been on it for a while, right? He just hasn't anybody to finish for him. He said, "You know what? Screw it. I'll do it myself." That's what I want from Erdegaard. At some point, you know what? Screw it. I'll just do it myself if you don't want to put the ball in the net. Yeah?
I've missed a goal though. But anyway.
Yeah, so
It's fine.
Daku's like, "I got this. Somebody get on the end of this." These blue shirts are a little bit slow today. I think they had too much rest. I bet you if they had played this after 3 days, it'd look a little different. Daku again in the box, taking on everybody. He's going to take on anybody and everybody. Like 3
It's
defenders
surreal,
on him, and he's
really.
still taking them on.
My team would be this time tomorrow. I'm probably going to know if I'm in the Premier League or not.
Wow. Yeah, it'll be almost finishing up. Yeah. And a happy Mr. Tom, right? You can
You're not
complain.
doing a watch along, Tom, no?
Nah.
You complain
No,
about
I can't get Sky on my phone. Plus, I wouldn't advise it anyway because, well, you know, I'm not the most calm of individuals when leads are involved, so I don't want to say anything that I'll
I have
later
to get
regret.
Ryan to do a watch along, I think.
Ryan is doing a watch along. He definitely is doing a watch along because
I
he has
might
said
go
it
on it.
multiple times to me. He has asked if I want to go on it. I was like, Ryan,
Please
I'd
do.
rather have a cat shit in my mouth than watch Leeds United live on your channel in the playoff final.
all right. If that's what you're into.
It's not what I'm into.
Sounds like it. Sounds like you'd rather do
The
that.
point is, I'd absolutely not want that to happen.
It sounds like you'd rather do that than
it's
be on
not
the
true.
channel. That's what you
It's
said.
not true. It's not true. It's
You
a
said it.
sarcastic statement, meaning when I say I'd rather,
You never say
then
anything
pick something
sarcastic.
you
You are
absolutely
true.
do not
You as
want.
true as
Here we go.
as true as always been. You are you truth teller.
Nah,
The
you're
man
being
speaks
racist.
the truth, right,
You're being
Russ?
racist.
Right,
That's
Lonzo?
truth. He speaks
Right?
truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah,
He always
nah,
speaks
nah,
the truth,
nah,
right?
nah.
He never
And I
lies
know
to
you're
us.
getting Russ to side with you because you're playing on the racism in the situation.
Russ is
where,
you don't even know what that word means.
7 minutes. Here we go.
7 minutes of extra time. They're down a goal. You think they score 2 and 7, and then we
I don't
laugh?
know. They could easily take it to extra time.
They could score 2 goals in this time,
Yeah.
which would be ideal.
What's the score now?
That would be so painful to watch those
1-2.
United fans just gutted. Score at the
I
death.
hope it does finish on time though.
Mark Goldbridge's arsehole right now is probably puckering. Oh, Brent de Cesare.
Yeah, Brent de Caesar or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Do you know what? I might change my name because I'm now on YouTube. My name is now Clint.
I don't even want to know. Let's not even now. Let's move on.
Like
No.
Madonna or Seal.
No.
No second name, just Clint.
No.
Excellent.
I'm not even playing it. I don't want to play that game.
So would it be Mr. Clint or just Clint?
No.
I think it should just be Clint, to be honest.
No. No.
Mr. Clint.
No. Stop. What is wrong with you people?
Take away the end, and you might have it.
No. See? Russ, stop him. Can't you just walk over there and slap him a couple times, tell him to stop?
I can't stop him. I'm just a guest.
Dude, you were just making programming changes. Now all of a sudden, I've got no control. What's up with that?
We're a guest on your show, Gary.
Alonso's ice hockey moment of the week. Yes.
That was a pinnacle.
That's going forward. Regular segment.
Alonso, off top of your head, who's going to win the Stanley Cup?
I say Edmonton Oilers.
Okay.
Did the Rangers come back and get something out
of that
they
game?
Did.
They won 2-1 last night. Yeah.
Yeah, producer John's happy.
Yeah. Who's going to win the NBA, Russ?
I don't know. Chicago Bulls.
I meant to say them off top. I'm so sorry.
So I think it's between the Mavericks and the Celtics. So.
I was gonna say the Timberwolves, but Luka Doncic is just that good.
Yeah, no. When you got the best player in your team, it's hard to.
And the Chicago Bulls relevant anymore or not?
They play basketball. Let's just say that they are still in the NBA.
First, you should ask are the Charlotte Bobcats still relevant?
Yeah. I find it hilarious that basically the only time the Chicago Bulls have ever been any good at basketball are the years where Michael Jordan played basketball for the Chicago Bulls.
True.
Even when he disappeared for 3 years to go and play baseball, they then went back to shit.
Yep. Hey, they didn't waste the trip, dude. 6 trophies, 6 tries.
Hey, I think he's one of the biggest arseholes in sport, and I'm all for it.
Who's that? Who is?
Michael Jordan. I admire his dedication to winning and gambling.
What did he do to you? What are you all upset
He
with
did
that guy?
nothing to me.
You
He
just
did
called
not.
him a
What?
donkey.
No, I called him an arsehole because he is an arsehole.
What did he do to you?
Do you ever watch him on The Last Dance? It was fascinating. He would
Oh,
gamble
you know
with
what? You never
anyone.
want to know. You. That's too much information. I haven't
I
watched
remember
that
watching
yet,
him in
by the way.
Space Jam.
Yeah, that's too much. It's
He
too
was
much
great in Space
information.
Jam.
Too much
great.
information.
His acting skills in Space Jam, put it this way, Sydney Sweeney makes him look like an Oscar winner for his performance in Space Jam.
Mm. Yeah, nah.
No, sorry. I put no. That's harsh on Sydney Sweeney. Madame Webb, the lead actress, the one from 50 Shades of Grey. Hang on. Speaking of which, oh, hang on. Where is it?
Jeez.
$14.99.
Any excuse?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. We were talking about Super Bowl earlier, weren't we? With Taylor Swift.
No. You know what, Mr. Tom? You've been denied. Stop. Move on. Because you know what you are. We have no losers here.
Yeah,
no
okay.
losers here, Mr.
Well,
Tom.
no, it has an S on the end. You're allowed one.
Bye, Mr. Tom. We got like 2 minutes left of exit time, at least in the States. Russ has got probably like 1 minute, maybe, probably even less than that.
1 minute 30. Was Dennis Rodman actually a decent basketball player?
Yeah, he's probably one of the best. Probably one of the best defenders at his size, weight, and everything. One of the best. He's
so good at it. They had to change how they defended that position on the court.
Yeah.
On the NWO.
He could defend every position, and he gets in everybody's head. He's up and down, as far as jumping up and down. He's one of the best. Anticipation of the ball. He was always the first one to the ball. You're like, I got it, and he's like, nope, I got it. So
I can sum up how good he is at basketball in one sentence. The Chicago Bulls traded to get him just so he would stop beating up Michael Jordan.
True.
Oh no, they traded him. They got him from the Spurs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But didn't he originally start out on the Detroit Pistons?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he went to the Spurs.
Yeah, I remember that from NBA Jam.
I believe if I'm not right, if I'm not mistaken, the Pistons got Sean Elliott in return.
They should have got about 10 players in return.
Yeah.
Then I think he left as a free agent to the Bulls. There was a movie called Demolition Man, and it came out it came out the year that he signed with the Spurs.
Demolition Man? Never heard of it.
Yeah. So he colored his hair like Wesley Snipes. So that's why he had a nickname, Demolition Man.
I love that film.
The
3 seashells. Do we know how to use the 3 seashells?
I think they've still not worked it out.
So this game is probably over now.
It's over. No, it hasn't finished yet. It has finished.
So obviously, in 30 minutes' time, please feel free to join me.
Yeah, we're gonna head out of here in a little bit so everybody can recharge, get some grub, and watch some of the full Nelson podcast.
I'm not gonna watch them lift the trophy. Sod that.
Yeah. So we are gonna head out of here. This thing is over. We are almost at the 2-hour mark. So I'm gonna let everybody have their say, and we're gonna get out of here. So first up, we got Russ. What say you to the people?
Me first. Thank you for allowing me to grace your gracious channel, Gary. I've really enjoyed myself today. As I say, most Saturdays I'm not really available because generally got other stuff on. But this week you've been lucky, been able to grace yourselves with my presence. But thank the chat. Thank you very much for having me as well. And all the comments have been really great. We've been talking about all sorts of different stuff. And the match was actually pretty good. But until I'm with you all again, thank you so much. And I'll be with Tom in about how long? Half an hour.
Again, like 5, I thought it. Because I think there's the pre-show, and we may catch the pre-show match, but I don't know.
But thank you very much.
Yes. Next up, Lonzo.
Yeah, good to have you. Good to have you. Thanks for having me, Gary. It's been a pleasure being on your show. Good to see Tom and Russ as well. Looking forward to talking about wrestling here shortly with Tom and Russ. Hopefully Tony will be on as well, and Spencer, whoever else comes on. Yeah, it was a good chat, and thanks for letting me talk about hockey for those 5 seconds, Gary. It meant a lot. Anyway, so yeah, it was a good chat. Yeah, so thanks for having me, Gary, again, and good to see you guys in the chat. Looking forward to being on sometime soon. Anyways, thanks, guys.
Cool. And Mr. Tom, what say you?
Rather than doing like a long diatribe where I just cuss out your audience and your fans for being your audience and your fans, I thought I would just take a quick time to just get some quick feelers, some predictions for what we're about to watch. Hope you don't mind, Gary. Just quick, Russ, Alonso, off top of your head. Just obviously because we'll be watching this from the Kingdom Arena in Saudi Arabia. Just off top of your head, who's gonna be the king?
Oh, there's only one Gunther, I guess.
Who I want to win, I want Randy Orton. Who the WWE is going to probably go for is Gunther.
Okay. And because I know Gary loves him so much, who's going to win?
I hate both of these guys, to tell you the truth. I don't want anyone to win. But I definitely don't want the guy in the right to win. So, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, so join us over on the Full Nelson for that if you want, or you can be bothered or anything like that. But either way, I'm just going to put it on and just sit back and watch. But anyway.
Cool.
So thanks for having me on in all seriousness, Gary. It's been good fun. It was good fun having a rare appearance on Saturday afternoon from Mr. Russ Morgan.
Yes.
Sorry, I mean Russ M, the mysterious man who sends memes in for Thursday night. Sorry, that was too obvious. What I meant to say was R. Morgan. So, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, thank you very much. Thanks to the Arsenal Misfit and Spencer for their mathematics skills. So, yeah.
Conversion.
And, yeah, they have had a better season than Arsenal.
Yep.
No, they've not. They've not.
They've won a trophy, so that's a plus for them. Yeah, there's a lot of negatives, but that is a plus.
They've won the trophy that no one even wants to be in.
See, that's the problem I see with that whole thing. Like, that's terrible. It's terrible. Just that's the thinking now. You know?
No, it is terrible. Like, I'm not saying, like, if my team won, it'd be like one of the biggest days of my life. But in all truth, the way the big six teams, the cartel in the Premier League treat it, it's like you would all give up being in it if you could.
No, I get that, but I kind of feel like that is that's why a lot of teams don't win, is because they treat everything. They high, like you said, they belittle and they're lower. They feel like those are below them. Guess what?
Yeah.
If winning a trophy is below you, then you've got a problem. Because guess what? You don't get to choose. I say that all the time. You don't get to choose which trophy you're going to win. You don't get to choose which season is going to be the best in whatever trophy hunt you are on. So you got to try to win them all, and then see what happens at the end of the day, and hopefully you get one of them. So everybody, thank you again for joining us. We'll be back next week. We'll try to do this throughout the summer, and I know I'll be away, but Mr. Tom most likely will be here. So we should hopefully we'll see Sam back as well. He's just doing his, as you know, his move thing, so he's been in and out. But at some point he'll be back on regularly. So I'll be doing that. I think Monday we should have a show. I'm not sure about my presence on it, but we'll work that out behind the scenes. It's a holiday over here in the States, so and it's also a birthday weekend for one of my kids. So there you go. Everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next one. And before we go, I have one last thing to say.
Life is a journey. Don't waste your trip. Enjoy the ride. There you go.